A live-fire exercise or LFX is any military exercise in which a realistic scenario for the use of specific equipment is demonstrated. In the popular lexicon, this is applied primarily to tests of weapons or weapon systems that are associated with the various branches of a nation's armed forces, although the term can be applied to the civilian arena as well. Armed services usually use live-fire exercises as an opportunity to use real ammunition in a realistically created combat situation. The area in which these tests are conducted will be devoid of people to avoid casualties, and will likely be owned by the government which authorized the test. Most live-fire tests are conducted either against derelict equipment, such as tanks and ships, or against remotely controlled drones. The purpose of this type of exercise is twofold. First, it offers recruits the chance to get accustomed to their weapons so that they will know how to properly operate them. Secondly, this provides soldiers with an opportunity to fire live ammunition without having to worry about an actual enemy returning fire. This allows soldiers to get reacquainted with the feel and time of actually using and expending ammunition, rather than simply simulating the experience. Live fire exercises of this type can be observed either by remotely controlled cameras or by long-range telescopic devices, such as binoculars. An army, being the main branch responsible for land and air combat, is perhaps the best-known group that conducts live fire exercises. Most live fire exercises occur within the military base where the units conducting the exercise are located. In some cases, one installation will host units from another for a larger live fire exercise. Equipment tested under these circumstances range from small arms and assault rifle fire all the way up to missile systems and artillery fire. In the case of small arms, the tests are usually proficiency-based and aimed at ensuring a soldier can fire their assigned weapons. In the case of the latter, missile systems may be test-fired at remotely controlled drones to simulate a situation in which enemy missiles or aircraft are launched at allied or friendly forces, while artillery units can take the opportunity to test new shells or to fire under adverse weather conditions for a chance to see how the artillery pieces will perform. For the most part, Marine Corps live fire exercises are similar to the Army's live fire exercises. One notable difference stems from the amphibious nature of a Marine Force's duty, which can lead the force to incorporate amphibious assault ships when they conduct live fire exercises. An Air Force, due to its nature, usually limits live fire exercises to the air, although bombing exercises can be conducted as well. During live fire exercises dealing with air-to-air combat, remotely controlled drones are frequently used to simulate enemy aircraft. In modern times, the drones are fired on by planes loaded with some type of air-to-air missile, with the objective of the exercise being to destroy the drone. These tests are usually done to ensure that guidance packages within the missiles will work, although they can be done to test other factors, such as a missile's susceptibility to jamming or to see if a new type of dodging technique will work against the missiles fired. Live fire exercises involving air-to-surface work are usually centered around precision-guided munitions. In some cases, tests involving bombs will make use of derelict buildings or, even more frequently, vehicles. Live fire bombing exercises are usually conducted with precision-guided munitions to ensure that they work correctly, but are also used to test new and experimental weapons to ensure that they work as they were originally designed to. These tests are usually monitored by chase planes and by cameras to determine if everything worked as it was originally intended to. Live fire exercises may also be conducted against planes for the purpose of testing a plane's susceptibility to SAM sights, or as a means to test a plane's stealth features. Naval live fire exercises may use anti-ship missiles and torpedoes, although tests involving air-to-air and air-to-surface missile guns and bombs are not uncommon. Navies conduct live fire exercises to test elements of an integrated defense system, such as the U.S. Aegis, namely, its ability to track and destroy enemy anti-ship missiles. Tests can also include an integrated defense system's compatibility to fire new missiles or newer versions of the same missile. Live fire tests are also conducted with a CIWS system, which is designed as the last line of defense for a ship. Surface ships also frequently test fire the various guns kept and maintained aboard the vessel. These can range from sidearms and rifles up to the 16-inch guns of the mothballed U.S. Iowa class battleships. This is done to maintain the skill and knowledge needed to operate the weapon. In the case of aircraft carriers,